we're in the Abnaxis abode, which is bigger on the inside. The interesting statement of bigger on the inside, which reminds me of Doctor Who and the TARDIS, which I find also interesting because Abnaxis is more or less a being of time. So, I realize that I'm drawing, like, I'm mixing fandoms together, but I find that interesting. I wonder if maybe that was an inspiration.
Abnaxis must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally normal for Arcadia. Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Well, that's an interesting-looking book.
Oh, that's interesting.
Someone's here. Who's... Oh, God.
I must apologize, ma'am. I didn't mean to frighten you. Zoe Castillo. You're the last person I expected to find here.
I remember him from my last visit to my... He's right. This is... I remember him from my... He's right. This is a very odd coincidence. I wasn't expecting to find myself here. Or you.
I've been curious about this house for years. I kept an eye on it. Just in case something... I just never thought it'd be you. That's an odd coincidence, to say the least. Still, fate does tend to weave the same threads together, again and again. So what brings you back to Mercuria, Miss Castillo? And to this place of all places? How in the name of the balance did you get inside? People have been trying for years, but this house has strong wards. Venar magic, the oldest there is. And now I understand why. It's a treasure trove. Wait, is that the Annals of Dreaming? Good God, that's a lost treasure. Only 5 were ever made.
Why be secretive about it? I guess it helped to have a key. I actually didn't know it was supposed to be so difficult to get in.
So there was a key all this time. The door wasn't locked with a spell. I was right. Where did you...
An acquaintance. Pure luck, I guess.
So what are you looking for here? The ambassador disappeared more than 10 years ago, as I'm sure you know.
I should trust Brian. There's no... It's not that I don't trust him. I'm trying to find out where Abnaxis went after he left Mercuria.
And you believe the answer's in here somewhere.
I do.
You're probably right. Looks like I picked the perfect day for a stroll in the green. I was wondering why that odorous Hilarious fellow wasn't still trying to chop this tree down. Now I know. Let's see if we find anything interesting, shall we? Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
This place has the slightly tacky ambience of a New Age shop.
A note. Alright, let's examine the note.
Interesting.
Looks like a handwritten note.
It doesn't appear as if I can read it. It looks like it's in a language.
Abnaxis left so much behind. There's a wealth of information here.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Boo earns. Boo earns.
Boo earns. Another note. It looks like a shopping list to me. I mean... Oh, there's another one. We just have a bunch of notes.
Fascinating.
That one could be useful. One looks like this looks kind of like a shopping list.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Boo.
Boo earns. Boo earns.
What about this one?
This looks interesting.
The first dreamer references in the annals of dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts, so yes, I can read this book.
Hey, Miss
see.
Candela.
The chapter in question speaks of the Ular. They are said to be wardens of the Dreaming One, whatever that means. It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into two. That sounds familiar. It says here the Yete left the Purple Mountains to go south to burrow into the ground. Something about a well of dreams. I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's also something about two dreamers becoming one. It's vague. This is almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead. I'm not sure how useful this is to you, but there it is.
It's very useful. And we also found another thing.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages.
Let's look at it. Whoops. Examine.
It's another one of Abnaxus's notes.
I guess we give it to him. See if he can
This note
decipher
fell
it.
out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
I'm not sure. The Soul Stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Clax. It must be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
Well, that's
That sounds
bad.
ominous.
It does indeed. I don't know about any Soul Stone, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does. I wonder if Abnaxus means old Roper Clax. April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle. Last I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently, if that's a thing a wizard is capable of.
Really?
Sounds like this Soul Stone is important.
How do I go about finding it?
The clue's right here in the text. Roper Clax, wizard and puppeteer. I'd start there if I were you.
Okay. That's a goal. So, Roper Clax has been in every game, apparently. He's a character I didn't expect to be in every game.
I knew it! I knew it! If you see anything that looks relevant, let me know. I can probably decipher it for you.
Can I go upstairs? Can. Well, let's go upstairs then. There's bound to be good stuff up here. Well, there's a bed. There's some books.
Abnaxus was a very well-read man. Thing. Abnaxus must have made the bed before leaving for good. That's kind of sad and eerie.
Another note with a drawing of a round thing on it.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures. There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books. Obnaxus must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally normal for Arcadia.
We got the bed. Wait, we got... Oh, we can look at the... What the heck?
Since this place is so much bigger on the inside than the outside, I thought maybe it existed in a pocket dimension of sorts. But I can still see Mercuria out there, so...
Yeah, I'm running a raffle. I run a raffle every Tuesday.
I'll need to write all of this down before...
Here's another note.
On the matter of the kin and the approaching War of the Balance. By Jove, this is the information we've been looking for. I can't believe it was right here all this time. Your help has been invaluable, Zoe. I'm in your debt.
Yes, tacos are channel points, and taco token is essentially a special token that allows you to add games to the voting queue, or you can
the War of the Balance.
You can
Finally, something
add 3 votes to a game during a vote, or you can cash them in for 5,000 tacos, which are the channel points. Okay, I don't know if there's anything else to do in here. I think I've gotten everything.
To tell them.
I don't know where to go next. I should stay here and look for more clues.
Okay, apparently I need to look for more clues. Implying there's more to find. Oh, there's a map.
Finally,
I'm sure Obnaxus won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him in person, if I make it to Cloud Peak.
Ah, now I'm done. I needed a map. Okay. I needed a map. All right.
I can't wait to tell them.
I think I have what I need. I should get going. Should we...
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Well, it's private property, isn't it?
Obnaxus isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
I'm gonna allow it. I have
Okay. I mean, it's not my house.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ms. Castillo. I hope our paths cross again very soon.
I have no reason not to trust him, so I might as well let him stay.
Didn't you say something about a wizard and a puppet show?
Nope.
No, you did. You said something about a show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh, right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings! Man, that show's great. A modern classic.
Clax. He's the wizard April Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so she fought him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty clever stuff.
Where can I find this puppet show?
I'll show you.
Well, I can't go that way. I have to go this way. I mean, I do care about Obnaxus and his stuff, but I trust Brian. I have no reason not to trust him. Wait, where's the square? The square's over here, isn't it? Or am I wrong? Seems like it would be over here.
So, how's business?
Pretty good. I mean...
Alright, I'm trying to dance, but it doesn't work. Well, there we go. Alright, I'm pretty out of sync there.
I don't know how we'll have everything ready in time for this evening. Petrus invited everyone in the office to our house.
Alright, I don't think I'm in the right place. Crow told me he'd show me where to go, and this clearly isn't the right place. But hey, I got to dance, so...
How's business?
Pretty good. I mean...
I don't think this is the right way either. Maybe it's over here? Or here? Maybe over here? Crow just kind of flew off in a way that, I couldn't
I
go.
must admit that I'm getting rather excited about seeing their newfangled...
Okay, this gate is now open. It wasn't open. I don't think it was open before, but maybe it was.
more efficient in general.
I can tell from the etching that this man is dodgy. Honor Hilaris. What kind of name is that? A very dodgy name is what that is. A map of the city. This could be useful.
Oh, this looks good. This looks like this looks like the person I'm looking for.
If you seek an autograph, you must purchase my book first. It's on sale today, only...
No, sorry. I need to talk to you.
Talk, hmm? Well, I only have a few minutes before my show begins, but I'm sure I can spare a couple of them for a pretty young thing like you.
This has to be the right man. Didn't he and April have some sort of confrontation? This has to be the right... Didn't he... Do you remember April Ryan?
April Wright? Oh, yes, of course, absolutely, certainly, naturally. The bit... the brave young woman who came to my castle and stole it. And helped me put my sorceress past behind me. How could I possibly forget?
He's obviously got some issues with April. So, about April.
Why does everyone want to talk about April Ryan? She was just a weak little human who stumbled onto things she didn't... No, I must apologize. You see, April and I had some disagreements in the past. I'm past that now. I'm a different person. As for April Ryan, I hear she suffered an ignoble death at the hands of our Azadi benefactors. What a shame. What a terrible, terrible shame.
This has to be the right man. You are Roper Clax, right? The wizard?
Who told you that?
Well, that sign, for one.
No, the wizard part. Who told you? I mean, I'm merely a humble finger puppeteer trying to make an honest living in a cold and heartless world.
You were a wizard once.
Fully rehabilitated, I don't go anywhere near sorcery, not anymore. You should really read my highly acclaimed and best-selling memoir, A Farewell to My Wizarding Ways. It's a thrilling story of redemption and romance, of dashing heroes and wicked villainesses, of flying castles and curious calculating devices. Every word of it as true as the night is dark and the day is bright, of course.
It's an odd... The fingerlings.
Ah, my beloved finger puppets, beloved by all children and critics alike. Gilbert Grutton of the Daily Mercurian called my show simply astonishing and wrote that it was quite impossible to look away. I couldn't believe my eyes and like a slow-motion cart wreck. You see, the fingerlings represent a revolution in finger puppeteering, or as I call it, fingering, trademark and patent pending. The women in particular are quite ecstatic about it. Stay for the show. I guarantee a good time.
Okay.
Do you recall owning a soul stone?
A soul stone? I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just wondering, since there are so many impressive tales about your powers where I come from.
And where would that be?
That
was a long time ago. In another life. I've moved on. I'm a different person now in every way.
I was just wondering what happened to the stone.
She took it, that bitch. Balance? Pardon me? I don't know where that came from.
Who?
Yaga, the wicked witch of the north, as these simpletons call her, as if they have any idea who and what she truly is. She lurks in Riverwood in the dark places. She feeds on that stone like a... Like I said, that's in the past, and I've left it all behind long ago. Now I make an honest living bringing joy to children through my most excellent and revolutionary finger puppet theater. And on that note, I must beg your pardon, young miss. The show is about to begin.
Can we please talk again afterwards? I have some more questions.
Sure. Absolutely. After the show. Yes. Toodaloo.
Yes, here we go.
I don't think he's made amends.
This is gonna be so good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans and... well, humans... And you, Azadi soldier standing over there, you're welcome to watch, just don't rattle your sabers or rustle your suits. Welcome to this morning's performance of The Fingerlings. I am your host and puppeteer, Roper Clax, esteemed thespian and raconteur, author and entrepreneur. My book is available for purchase with a free personalized dedication. Speak to me after the show. A donation is both appreciated and expected. Drop your coins into the box after the show. Remember that every iron piece goes towards a good purpose.
Woohoo! Go fingerling!
My beloved fingerlings! Handcrafted reproductions of renowned actors from across Arcadia, immortalized in finger puppet form by skilled artisans. Using only the finest fabrics and natural materials, these lovely creatures are as dear to me as children, and as talented and protean as the finest human players. You're all welcome to approach the stage after the show, of course, to admire my finely crafted miniatures up close and intimately. No food, no touching, no children. And now, beloved audience, prepare yourselves for a journey into mystery, for a true story of wizardry and magic. I present
Whoa.
to you
Really?
the tale of the good-hearted wizard and the villainous winch. Once upon a time, in the distant north, there lived a kindly old wizard in a wonderful flying castle. This very friendly wizard liked to tease and toy with the people of the land, and sometimes he would do silly things like turn them into stone or furry animals and bottle up the wind. Naturally, he meant no harm, and the people of the land loved the wizard like they would a grandfather, a very young and very, very handsome grandfather. But one day, an evil sorceress from a distant land came to visit the kindly wizard. This ugly, selfish witch didn't understand that the wizard was only trying to make people happy. She used her dark sorcery to steal all of his possessions and trap him inside a tiny little box where the gentle wizard was barely able to breathe. The poor old man was trapped for many moons inside this box before a benevolent wandering god arrived to free him from his prison. The wizard pledged eternal allegiance to the wandering god in return for vengeance against the cruel witch who trapped him. Together they...
There he is, Commander. The dangerous loon who's corrupting our youth with his occult finger rings.
What? What's this? What are you doing? What's going on? You can't... Hey! Hey! Hands off!
You're teaching children of magic, old man. You ought to know better.
Release me, you dishonorable brute!
By the authority vested in me by the Greater Azadi Empire and the Emissary, and in accordance with provisional imperial law prohibiting any and all teachings of occult magic, I'm taking you into custody.
You can't do this! You don't know who I am!
Tell it to the magistrate, wizard.
My fingerlings! My precious handcrafted fingerlings! No!
Interesting. So there was a $1,000 and $10,000 Kickstarter reward for getting. I was wondering who the people on the fingerlings were. Oh look, here they all are. Here are all the fingerlings. We have April and Clax. And then we have a bunch of other people who I guess were $1,000 or $10,000 backers of the game.
I didn't see that coming.
I guess the Azadi aren't fans of creepy puppet shows either.
I think it had more to do with him being a wizard. Okay, shit. So what now? He was my only lead to the Soul Stone. All I have to go on is something about a Yaga and Riverwood.
Riverwood? I know Riverwood. I've been to Riverwood. If it's Riverwood you need, I know how to get to Riverwood.
Really? And the Yaga, the Wicker Witch.
I don't know anything about Yagas, but I do know something about witches in Riverwood. On my last trip there, we had a close encounter with one of them. That witch is toast, of course, but I can probably find my way back to Riverwood. It's north. We go north. Wait, which way is up? Yeah, north.
Okay. Okay. That's something, right? Much better than nothing. We just need a way to get north that doesn't involve me walking all the way.
Or me flying. I'm not flying all that way. I tire easily. Wait. I feel a cunning plan coming on.
A cunning plan?
Uh-oh.
It's either a cunning plan, or I need the toilet. But I'm pretty sure it's a cunning plan.
Okay. Cunning plans are good.
I still can't believe you pulled off the voice and the whole fake hand thing.
The hat looked great on you.
Totally. Not so sure about the beard, though. My face is itchy. Speaking of faces, I can never show mine in Marcuria again. Not after that last bit we did.
If everything goes well, you won't have to.
At least we have a ride. Can I trust this thing?
They're docile cows, the Elguan. Just leave it to me. Mush, Daisy, mush!
Whoa, I think you're upsetting her.
I'll leave the cowgirling to you. I'll fly ahead and scout the terrain instead. Don't lose sight of me!
That's some good thinking, Crow. Good thinking.
How much longer will this journey take? Must be nearly a week now.
It's been less than 2 days, and I'm beginning to regret bringing you along.
You're stuck in the cargo hold of a cloud ship with your worst enemy. How could you possibly have any regrets?
And people say you have no sense of humor. If there was ever a time to make peace with Liko, this is likely. We're on a mission. This is neither the time nor place to make peace with Liko. We already fight side by side. If there was a... I'm sorry about your father. I know that may not amount to much now, but I was a different person then. I was blind to the possibility that there could be more than one truth. There's been so much death on the road to this place. I murdered an innocent man during my escape from Friar's Keep. He begged me to, but I still don't know if I did the right thing. When I visited his widow, she only had hate for me. She couldn't understand my reasons for doing what I did. I ran Balsebakim through and watched him bleed to death so that I could make my escape through a blood magic portal. I still wonder if his sacrifice was worth it. Have I repaid that debt? Shepard believes so, but many thought him a better man than I, so why did he have to die? What did I gain from these actions? What did it change? What would have been different had I acted differently? All of these choices, Liko, they add up. My soul is heavy. The others believe me unaffected because I carry on as if nothing happened. But their faces and voices are there when I close my eyes. Those deaths never leave me. No words can undo these deeds. There are no excuses for the wrongs I've committed. But I am trying to heal the wounds I've inflicted. It's a long journey, Liko. And
I know. When you arrived from Friar's Keep, I wanted you dead.
really, I couldn't tell.
And
Aha.
say you have no sense of humor.
Aha.
We've been through more since then. I believe I know you. A little. You've taken up arms against your own people, risking shame, death, and your immortal soul. Because you believe they're misguided. It cannot be easy being hated and feared by both sides. I may still despise you because you murdered my father. I may still dislike you because you're an arrogant and intolerant shit. But I respect you, Kian. And I trust you.
That trust goes both ways, Liko.
I'm taking a nap. This half of the hold is mine. Stick to your side, or I may stab you in my sleep.
Don't worry. I've no intention of cuddling up next to you.
Nice.
Kian, are you awake?
I wasn't. This has now changed.
Did I ever tell you how my society views people like us?
I don't believe so.
The Dole Antiqua consider themselves tolerant and inclusive in all matters. And yet I've always had to hide who I am from my family and friends. If they knew the truth, I'd be ostracized. Tolerance, it seems, has its limits. But in the Resistance, no one cares. This thing we share doesn't change how they feel about us. It's strange. Strange, but liberating.
With the Resistance, you are who and what you decide to be. Regardless of color and creed, gender and religion, and... I thought you loved April Ryan.
I did. I do, but... not like that. She was someone I cared deeply about and always will. But I could never have shared my life with her. I still miss her every day. She gave me strength.
Nah, I'm going back to sleep. We have a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
A day of sitting in the dark, bickering about who passed gas?
Like I said, a long day.
Nice.